Put yourself into the simple scenario. You're walking through the grocery store and you wind up in the meat department. You can't decide whether you want roast beef or chicken for dinner. Did you ever stop to think that maybe the decisions that we make are based on situations that happened in our youth that are reflecting into adulthood? We as human beings are complex individuals. The way we react to certain events, develop throughout time, and perceive certain aspects of life are very difficult to identify and understand. One man by the name of Sigmund Freud was a mastermind at just that. Sigmund Freud was born in 1856 in Moravia, Czech Republic. He dedicated his life to developing groundbreaking theories that were designed to revolutionize psychology and the way that therapy works. The topics I will be discussing are the psychosexual stages of development, the id, the ego, and the superego, and Freud's techniques of psychoanalysis. The psychosexual stages of development. The first stage of development is the oral stage, which occurs from 0 to 1 year old. The erogenous zone is located in the mouth. This is where the child will explore the world through his or her mouth. The second stage is the anal stage, which occurs at 1 to 3 years of age. The erogenous zone is located in the bowels and the bladder. The child is specifically interested in defecation. This is the stage where the child may experience his first conflict because the parents will potty train the child and force him or her to go to the bathroom in a specific area where the child may not want to do that. The third stage is the phallic stage, which occurs from 3 to 5 years of age. The erogenous zone is located in the genitals, and this is basically where the child discovers his or her anatomy. The fourth stage is the latent stage. This occurs from 5 to 6 years old. The erogenous zone or libido is hidden at this stage, and Freud believed that the sexual impulses that the child will experience are repressed at this age. The fifth and final stage occurs from puberty to adulthood, and this is the stage where the child will try to explore different sexual experimentations. The second topic, which is the personality theory, consists of three subjects: the id, the ego, and the superego. The id is the subconscious part of the person. This is the untamed part that can't be controlled and creates impulses that can't be explained. The ego is perception of oneself. The ego's job is to try to control the id, which is untamed, and the ego also tries to identify with oneself and define oneself through its decisions. The superego or essential self is the hierarchy of the two. Its job is to work off moral and ethical situations that it learns from the world. So the superego will tame the ego, and the ego will tame the id. Freud's psychoanalytic techniques. There are two techniques that Freud associated with psychoanalysis. The first of which is dream analysis. Dream analysis is a technique that was used in therapy where the therapist would ask the patient about his or her dreams. The patient would describe the dreams, and based on the symbolism or what was happening inside the dream, it could relate to something that was being withheld in the subconscious that was trying to come out. The second technique is free association. What this basically means is that the therapist would have the patient write down or verbally express words at random that could possibly be a part of the subconscious trying to free itself. So the or another type of free association would be the therapist would give the patient a word, and the patient would say what he felt was relative to that word, which would also bring up hidden impulses and desires or desires. Conclusion: the voice of the intellect is a soft one, but it does not rest until it gains a hearing. This is a quote by Sigmund Freud that I feel relates to him specifically because it took him so long to get his point across into the world of psychology and therapy. And he started out as a neurologist, but he wound up being the father of psychoanalysis. His teachings are still very researched in today's world, especially in colleges all over the country and even the world. His techniques are still analyzed and researched to this day. Freud was important because he broke the cycle of contemporary psychology and therapy and made it his own. Even though his methods are obsolete to this day, he still shines through in the world of mental health